Hello, I am back with a video. It's been a long time, but right now everything I have is sold and I need to get cracking and make some more videos. And in fact, this journal here is a replacement for one that sold. Please pardon my nails. I know that I need help. My hands need help, but I've been very busy and we're just going to get this done. Here's a tassel in the back that is easily removable if she decides that she wants to take it off or change it or add to it. But here's a antique button that kind of goes along with this antique button and these antique pieces here. The closure is actually from a neckline of a dress, a vintage dress. Got some more vintage laces, lots of vintage laces. This one is a replacement for layered laces that sold. And so let's get inside. Okay, make sure I'm in frame. Okay, we have old papers, more old laces. I'm not going to be going through all of the artists used verbally while I go through this. I just need to get this done, and I'm going to list the artists whose works I used in the description. So we'll whiz through this. There are a lot of pages here, lots of old buttons, a lot of scripture tags. Oh, this is a tiny little note in here that I'll be writing to the new owner in this cute little glassine envelope. Scripture tags here, more scripture tags, vintage postcards with scripture on them. This is a tag that says Blessings Journal that could be affixed to the inside pages if she wants to. Some more scripture tags here, an old book page. Love the Lord, all ye his saints, for the Lord preserveth the faithful. Old music and some more of that vintage dress and laces. Covered paper clips that can designate certain sections in this journal if you want to use them for praises, prayers, answers to prayer, declarations, and so forth. Those paper clips are movable, and you can designate sections for certain uses. Pray without ceasing. There's some more scripture tags. I love this image of the birds in the nest here. Not one of them is forgotten before God. Fear not, therefore, Jesus says. Right behind this little nest with the, what's it called? Cheesecloth. Here's one of my favorite images, one of my favorite poems. This mama birdie is encouraging her birds to leave the nest, to get out, to jump, to use their God-given gifts. Here's some glassine or parchment paper envelopes with some more scripture cards, casting all your care on him. Ancient, what is this? Newspaper. More scripture tags in this tuck spot here. Here's an embossed heart with some velvet trim. More tags and tucky spots. More scripture over here. I will go before you and make the crooked places straight. There's some more old vintage pieces from dresses and other clothing. Along with this ruffle down here. Some old ledger and some more scripture cards. I love these images. Older book pages, some vintage linens and doilies. More of the here. This is fun. Look at this button card. I'll have to list the artist down below. And more scripture cards here under a vintage doily. Antique buttons. all throughout. Some stamping here and there, and more scripture cards, and faux aged cellophane tape looking. Here's some linen. This scripture card I have actually pinned to this old ledger image there. Sweet Hour of Prayer, more scripture cards here. This is a flip out that I've made with a vintage photo that I printed, some cellophane tape, old buttons, some bling, some yellow roses. This is old from a wedding veil that I found at a thrift shop. And this actually opens up for journaling, for keepsakes, for memories. And here is another part of that fold out. And on the back side of this is a large pocket tuck with old book page poems. This is from an old book of poems that I have. Beautiful about home. And more scripture tags there. Here's a lace pocket. More scripture tags. Old, very old music that I was able to find. Little tucks up here beyond the, it's not a sparrow, it's a, what is it? A swallow. More bird and old images here, etchings. Here's some more vintage doily or table runner. Here is an envelope made from a tea-stained doily with more scripture tags, avocado stained paper, velvet trim, and old, I don't know if this is lace or tatting. Might be lace, but it looks like tatting to me. And here is I love these old calendar images, ancient calendar images. And I've just tucked in some more, some bookmarks. Can you see? I'm getting off camera. Bookmarks and more scripture tags. Old images, old book page images. Here's some more ancient lace with antique buttons and a little charm here. I love this image. These beautiful fall leaves with some seam binding here, and that's a flip out. Some stamping. This is a pocket made from the other side of that doily or table runner. And here are some old postcard images and more scripture that tuck in there. And on this side, look at this. Tiny little envelope with some bling, some tiny tags. Whatever is lovely, think on these things. Tuck that back in there. Another one of the covered paper clips that again is movable. A glassine bag or envelope here, bag. I'm not sure. With a tag inside, and this flips out. This old music, and I needed to reinforce that. This is some of the faux cellophane tape reinforcing that. More scripture tags in this lace pocket with a cluster here, some sequins and pearls and some gold and an old rusty pin. And here in this pocket, we've got book page on the inside, and we've got more scripture tags and another bookmark. Here's some older lace once again. I think this is fun. This is a certificate, and as I said, this is a replacement for a journal that sold, and that journal had these tassels on it. So I've included those in these and made sure they were nice and sturdy on this certificate paper. So I put in here a printout of an old photo in this kind of cabinet card image that way. Some printed vellum. And more scripture cards. Places to jot down your thoughts, your insights, what the Lord is speaking to you, maybe through some of these scriptures. I love this image. I love these pages. This is dyed paper using black beans. You can use black beans to dye your pages, and it turns this lovely blue color. Old dictionary paper, places to write notes, memoirs. In my Christmas journal that I have, I wrote down some of the funny things that my grandkids said, and my daughter even stole my little Christmas journal and made a note to me, which is precious. Now that I'm starting to use journals, now I'm really hooked. Now I really, really love them, and enjoy putting in, especially funny things that my grandkids say, or the day that they got baptized, or the day that one of my grandchildren invited Jesus into their heart. You know, these things are days I want to remember. And hearing my daughter say, "Don't lick your brother," I thought that was just hilarious. I need to jot these things down. They need to be recorded. That's just all there is to it. These images just make me smile. On this tab, I've got an antique blingy button here, glass button, and some charms, a heart and a key. There's some more. I really love this tattered, I think that's from Tattered Treasures, maybe, from Graphics Fairy. And more scripture cards here. Look at this. Give unto the Lord the glory due his name. Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. More places to write and to note and to record. Some stamping and some more of that black bean staining of the papers. Here's a tuck spot. I love these stripes. Come unto me, all you who labor and are heavily laden. Look at this image. Look at this. I've got to list who these images are by. It might be Ruby and Pearl. I'm not sure, but I will definitely list that. And some more scripture tags. Great is his faithfulness. Some more printed vellum. Here's a flip out of an envelope with some more scripture cards inside. And a SamPool stamp there. Look at this postcard. This is something I found at a thrift shop. This is an actual antique postcard that I've included. New Year's wishes. And I hope Jennifer enjoys that. I love these authentic antique ephemera pieces, letters, postcards, and so forth. More scripture cards. He will restore, support, and strengthen you. And here's a old doily. There's some more printables and notes, stamp, places to note and to take. Here's some book page, old book page, some lace on it. I love this image too, these swans. So I put some of the old wedding veil that I had up here with some button and some eyelash trim and some old lace under there. Some doily. Look at this little cherub. Look at that sweetie falling asleep There's some old tulle and some applique and some ribbon there on her. Here's another authentic antique postcard for Easter this time with a scripture card tucked in there. And that is just held on with a paper clip, so it's removable if she decides. Here's a page size pocket with another vintage postcard. This is 1951. And more scripture cards. And there. Dictionary page. This section is designated declarations right now. Declarations over your life, your family's life, your loved ones, your nation. Here's some antique music paper, some MyPorchPrints printables there. More scripture, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Tab with some old lace and some embossed paper. An old ad. Here's a glassine bag that I have included, and it's got some lace on it, and it's got some printables in there, some more scripture cards, a postcard. This is a tea-stained doily, and it gets a little fragile once you tea stain them, so I didn't put anything in there, but you could. It's an envelope, and you could tuck something in there. Here's the other side of that glassine bag with some more scripture tags in there. We love because he first loved us. Let us spur each other on to good works. Be anxious for nothing. Here is another image of a book page with a cutout, a fussy cut, and some embossed paper and some old lace. Some more scripture cards. I love this image. The teal on there. Here is an envelope cluster with a scripture card tucked behind it. This is a book page. This is from Little Devotional, God's Little Devotional Book for Women. Pretty cool. Here is a tag that's just clipped to this old page here with some bling in it and some seam binding, some old music paper. More embossing. This is an envelope here. This is, I'll reattach that in a moment, but this is an envelope with some more scripture inside that I have clipped to the top of this embossed page. I guess I will stick it back on there now. With some lace and some tea-stained doily on there. Am I still in frame? Okay. Here is some more book page and printables, antique button with some more scripture tags and little tuckies in there, some doily. Love these little tabs. I watch Beth Whalen to see how she makes her tabs, and I sure love the way she does it, so I'm learning to do that way. This is some images, some more. This is from an old hymnal, and okay. And here is a tuck spot here, some lace, and here there's a printable of a letter with a wax seal. And it does open. It just doesn't want to right now, but it does open. And some more. Here's more of that printed vellum envelope in that tuck right there. Some more old hymnal page. One of my friends said, "You know you're going to hell for cutting up that hymnal, don't you?" And there is another image of a young ballerina with some pretty wallpaper image and some more lace and pearls from a dress. Here's an old dresser scarf with some scripture tags and tuck spots in here. Old music fold out once again. Here's a cottage in the book page, and here's some more. This tag has space to write on the back, but I've just clipped some other tags and lace and things there with a bulb pin. She believed she could, so she did. I love these images of children, and these old ads. This is Edith Holden image that I've used for the center spot with flip out. And some more scripture tucked behind this little butterfly image. I believe that's Graphics Fairy. Writing space. There's another glassine bag with scripture tag and a small bookmark in there. This image, some embossing, book page, and some antique buttons again. Now this lace pocket, I love this lace. This is just a different color and different texture. And some more scripture tags. Do not fear, I am with you. Do not be dismayed. I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Love that from Isaiah. Here's another tuck with some little, this is a transparent little tag. I've just stamped a key on there. Here are some roses and a lock image on there. And I think we are at the back of this book, finally, with some more vintage napkins and doilies and bits and pieces of vintage things and more scripture tags. I love this one, especially for the beginning of the new year. Stand here and see the great things the Lord is about to do. Yes, be anxious for nothing. So I think that is it for this journal that is spoken for, and I really hope Jennifer loves it. It was a pleasure to put together, and just for you with lots of love and prayer. Thank you. See you next time.